Hello and welcome to the Transport for New South Wales Vlogs channel. I'm just here at Wondabyne for Wondabyne 1 hour part 2. Here departing platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. We've got Oscars H53 and H45. Now I'm here just before sunrise, so that's why it's a little bit lighter at the moment. But we'll be seeing a lot of things today, as when I'm recording this, Steamfest is tomorrow, so there's a few transfers and stuff to go up to Maitland. So it's going to be a good day. So yes, sit back and enjoy Wondabyne 1 hour part 2. And we've got a train approaching platform number 1. No, it's not, it's behind me. So that was V33 passing platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. And there's one approaching platform number 1. Leading half the set is V42. Trailing half, V21. And another V set. V51. And trailing half, V36, empty cars. Should have an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. The leading half of the set is H9. And the trailing half is H8, which makes them sister sets. Sisters H9 and H8 now departing platform number 1. The train will be stopping at Hawkes River, Cowan, Borara, Hornsby, Epping, Eastwood, Strathfield and Central Sydney Terminal. And we've got another Oscar passing platform number 1, Central via Gordon service. Leading half is H19. Trailing half, H35. And we've got a V-set passing platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. Leading half the set is V15. trailing half V9. And we should have a Hamilton Newcastle service approaching platform number 2. Set is H52. And an Oscar going behind. Would be a Central via Gordon service. The trailing half of the Gordon Central service is obviously H31. And Central via Strathfield Oscar approaching platform number 1.
Central bound Oscar approaching platform 1.
Leading half of the set is H39. The trailing half is H11. And Central via Gordon service now passing platform number 1. The leading half is H33. Trailing half H44. And we've got a VSET approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. We'll be stopping at Hornsby, Epping, Strathfield and Central. There's also a VSET behind us. Hamilton Newcastle service. Set V17.
V17 bound for Newcastle.
No Sydney bound set yet. And a minute later.
Sydney Central bound VSET about to pass through platform number 1.
Leading half V5.
V5 leading.
The trailing half is class leader V1. A little bit of information about that last car that went through the platform, which was DIM 8083. It was once left here at Wondabyne due to it having contact with a massive boulder type thing, and yeah, so they decided to ditch the car here and go back to Central as a 7-car set. So yeah. And in a second, we should have a Central via Gordon service passing. Leading half H12. trailing half is H42. The train will be stopping at Barara, then Asquith, Hornsby, Gordon, Chatswood, Artarmon, St Leonards, Wollstonecraft, Waverton, North Sydney, Bilsons Point, then Wynyard, Town Hall and Central. And we've got a V-set approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. Leading half the set is V36. The trailing half is V51. The train will be stopping at Hawkes River, Cowan, Barara, Hornsby, Epping, Eastwood, Strathfield, Redfern and Central. V36 and V51 now departing. And we've got another Central via Gordon service passing platform number 1. Leading half H7. Trailing half H20. And 2 Oscars. Hamilton Newcastle bound Oscar, H34, and a V-set behind me. Leading half of the V-set was V41. Trailing half is V37. And Central via Gordon service passing platform number 1. Leading half the set is H23. And the trailing half is H10. And we've got an Oscar passing platform. Platform number 1. It shouldn't stop unless someone's getting off. The leading half is H2. And the trailing half is the newest Oscar in service, H55. And we've got a central bound V set approaching platform number 1. Leading half of the set is V29. And NT33. Leading power car was XP 2015. Trailing XP 2007. The trailing half of the V set was V38. And I'm going to have a V set passing platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. Leading half of the set is V11, trailing half will be V8. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1. Central via Strathfield service. The leading half of the set is H54. The trailing half is H43.
Yep. Did I mention I'm going to do you very rapid?
And now, we've got the first of the Steamfest transfers. The leading loco was 3016, second loco AD 6029, and the trailing loco was 4807. And we've got a train passing platform number 1. Central Sydney Terminal service. Leading half the set is V48. And the trailing half is V49, sister sets. And we should have an Oscar approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. Leading half the set is H45. And the trailing half, H53. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. 4 cars only, H32. A Hamilton bound VSET about to pass platform number 2. The front half was V9, trailing half V15. And we've got 6 NY3 passing platform number 1. The leading loco was NR107, then NR52, NR101, NR7 and NR53. And a Central Sydney Terminal bound VSET passing platform number 1. The leading half of set is V33. And the trailing half is V22. And a Hamilton Newcastle bound Oscar approaching platform number 2.
On transport for New South Wales vlog set.
Oscar set H11. The next stopping station for this service will be Woowoi, then Coolywong, Tascott, then Point Clare, Gosford, Narara, Niagara Park, Lisero, Arimba, Tugra, Wyong, then Warnervale, Waii, Morisette, Dora Creek, Awaba, Fassifern, Burrigal, Taraba, Cockle Creek, Cardiff, Katara, Adamstown, Broadmeadow and Hamilton. Got a freight train passing platform number 1. CEY classes. The run number will be TM04, leading loco CEY 002. And CEY 007 and CEY 006. And we should have a VSET passing platform number 2. V1. And we should have an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. I said it's H22. And we're about to have MP23, the Armidale Moree Explorer, past platform number 2. The leading car is EA2504. The trailing car is EC2525. And we should have a freight train passing platform number 2. Five MB7 leading loco LDP 003. Then LDP 004. And we've got another train approaching platform number 1, but sounds like a V-set. Leading half the set is V17. The trailing half is V40. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service.
Hamilton Newcastle service arriving into platform number 2.
The set is H39.
H39.
And we've got some NR classes approaching platform number 1. The leading loco is NR62. And NR63 and 8232. I'm going to have a wise crack and say that was 5 BM4. And Central Sydney Terminal bound Oscar approaching platform number 1. The set is V52. Sorry, H52. I wouldn't mind if there was V52. Once again, that was H52. And we've got a train approaching platform number 2. TM01. The leading loco was G514, then VL357, VL355 and VL356. Once again, the run number is TM01. And we should have a V-set approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. We'll be stopping at Woy Woy, then Gosford, Tugra, Wyong, Morisset, Fassifern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow and Hamilton. V-set V5. And a central bound V-set, V8 and V11. And we should have an Oscar approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. Set H32. And an overshoot. Whoopsie daisy. And we've got 5 BM7 approaching. The leading loco is LDP 001. And it should be LDP 002. And we've got a train passing platform number 2. The leading loco is NR118. Then 8224 and NR35. This train will be 5 MB4. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. It is Oscar set H34. This train will be stopping all stations 2 per hour: Hornsby, Epping, Eastwood, Strathfield and Central Sydney Terminal. And we should have a V-set passing platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. Leading half is V22. Trailing half of V33. Now we've got run 4190 with Spud and Carrot. The leading loco will be PHC 002, then PHC 001. And we've got a train passing platform number 2. The local on the back was 44.90. And that was V15 and V9. And we've got a freighter passing platform number 1. 82 classes. The leading loco is 8227. The locos were 8227, 8249, 8252 and 8214. And NT35. The leading power car was XP 2002, trailing XP 2016. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle service. Leading half is Oscar H43, trailing half H54. And we've got a train approaching platform number 2. .4001, 4803 and 4520. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. Leading half the set is H53. Trailing half, H45. That was Oscar set H52. And central bound V set V1. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. So it is H11. H11 now departing platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. And we've got a VSAT approaching platform number 2, Hamilton Newcastle Service. Set V18. And the X-Grafton XPT NT36 passing platform number 1. The leading power car was XP 2005, trailing XP 2018. And we've got a train passing platform number 2. The leading loco is NR103. Then AN5 and NR90. I'll take a wild guess at the run number, and it could be 6SB1. And we've got a VSET passing platform number 1. V5. And we should have a VSET approaching platform number 2. All stations to Hamilton service. The set is V10. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. Once again, the set is H39. A Hamilton Newcastle service approaching platform number 2. Should be an 8-car VSET. V9 and V15. And the ex-Armidale Moree Explorer SP24. The leading car is EC2521. trailing car is EA 2502. Got a train passing platform number 2. The leading loco is 8239. (8204), 8225 and 8233. And we've got a train approaching platform number 2. NT31, the Brisbane XPT. Leading power car was XP2001, trailing XP2009. Got a VSET approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal Service. Leading half V33, trailing V22. And we should have a Gosford service approaching platform number 2, stopping at Woy Woy, Coolewong, Tascott, Point Clare and Gosford. On arrival at Gosford, they will split in half. The front 4 cars will go all stations through to Hamilton, and the rear 4 will go empty through to back to Central. Sets H45 and H53. And also passing, we have run 4112. Leading loco is MZ 1440. And MZ 1432. And we've got an Oscar approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. Leading half, the only half is H32. Next stations for this service will be Hawkes River, Cowan, Barara, Hornsby, Epping, Eastwood, Strathfield and Central Sydney Terminal. And you'll see what that is very soon. It should be an 8-car VSET Hamilton Newcastle service. Leading half the set was V6, trailing half V46. And this should be H53. Empty cars. And another Gosford service approaching platform number 2. Should be an 8-car Oscar. Leading half the set is H38. Trailing half, H30. Is H38 and H30 now departing platform number 2, Gosford service. And passing platform number 2, we have a Hamilton Newcastle service, V19. And behind me, we've got V29. V48 and V49. And the trailing half of the Hamilton bound service was V26. And we've got a Gosford service approaching platform number 2.
We have a Gosford service arriving into platform 2.
Leading half the set is H8.
H8 is leading.
Trailing half is H46. And the Central Sydney Terminal bound Oscar. Leading half the set is H54. The trailing half is H43. H54 and H43 now departing. And a Hamilton-bound V-set approaching platform number 2. Leading half the set, V5. Trailing half, V1. And we've got CEYs approaching platform number 1. The leading loco is CEY003 and CEY005 and CEY001. And a Wyong service. Oscar sets H10 and H23. Then BRM 002, BRM 001 and G513. I definitely wasn't expecting them to be on the back. And we've got a Gosford service approaching platform number 2. The leading half of the set was H34, the trailing half H22. And we've got a V set approaching platform number 1, Central Sydney Terminal service. Nope, one behind me. V27. And V39. And here comes the other V set. set V18. And we should have an Oscar approaching platform number 2 Wyong service, stopping at Woi Woi, then Coolewong, Tascott, Point Clare, and all stations through to Wyong. The leading half of the set was H35, trailing half was H19. And a Gosford service approaching platform number 2. The leading half of the set was H39, trailing half H11. It's alright. And passing platform number 2, we should have another Oscar. Gosford service, it shouldn't be stopping. The leading half of the set was H44, the trailing half is H33. I'll just do a quick pan of Wondabyne when it's a bit darker. And we should have an Oscar approaching platform number 1 Central Sydney Terminal service. If it doesn't stop here, it'll be stopping at Hawkes River, Cowan, Barara, Hornsby, Epping, Eastwood, Strathfield and Central Sydney Terminal. It's Oscar set H52 and a V set. Leading tonight's Newcastle flyer, we've got V24, and trailing it we've got V43. The Newcastle Flyers stopping pattern from Central is Strathfield, Woy Woy, Gosford, then Tuggerah, Wyong, Morisset, Fassifern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow and Hamilton. And we've got a freight train approaching platform number 1. The leading loco was NR87, then NR9, 9301 and 9302. The run number for this train will be 5BW4. Got a train approaching platform number 2. The leading half is V22. The trailing half will be V33. Anyway guys, I'm going to wrap the vlog up. I hope you enjoyed Wondabyne 1 hour 2. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel, like and favorite the video. I will. See you next time.